Winning in life and losing in love. Today we're going to talk about Amy's story, a woman who is successful in so many areas of her life, but is lonely, single, and keeps failing when it comes to her romantic life. Amy is really happy in her career. She's really passionate about what she does and she's really good at it. She has great family ties and she has a strong support network with her friends. And, she takes really good care of herself, her health, she has hobbies, she has interests. When you look at her from the outside, she looks like she's really got it together, and overall she does. It's true for her. But for some odd reason, she can't seem to find the one, or to get love right, or to get dates right, or to get romance right. And it really wears at her. For someone who knows how to make things happen in her life, the fact that she can't make this one happen is humbling her, and also causing her some grief and distress. And she couldn't pinpoint the factor behind why she's not able to succeed in love. So today, let's take a deep dive into Amy's story and Amy's background to see what the hidden reason is as to why she keeps losing at love and what to do about it. When Amy came to start working with me, she was at the peak of her life, her career, and she had gone on so many dates that she was having dating fatigue and dating burnout. She was losing interest in meeting new guys. It all felt like it was the same, and she kept going through this same pattern of meeting a guy that felt promising, getting her hopes up, going on 1 or 2 dates, and then getting ghosted. Or meeting a guy or being introduced to a guy through her friends and family, and because they seem to be looking for the same thing, a serious long-term relationship, but it takes the ground off beyond just talking in a social circle. And she was really baffled as to what the problem is here. And unfortunately, it did take a toll on her self-esteem. She started questioning if there's something wrong with her. She questioned, she started looking online, being like, oh, is it because I'm intimidating as a woman who's successful and whatnot? And we had to clear a few of these really erroneous belief systems, these false beliefs. There's no such thing as being intimidated by someone's success. And if someone really is intimidated by your success, they're just not the right person for you. That means you're not a match. That wasn't the problem. In fact, almost 40% of my clients, they're men, and they actually love a partner that has something meaningful to talk about, is passionate about things, has purpose in life. So that's really not the problem. The problem was something else. And when we started to take that deep dive, we realized that Amy was a bit detached from her romantic life. She didn't have any heart in the process of her dating life. She was taking on dating just like another work project, which meant that she was more mentally focused rather than intuitively and emotionally focused. So she couldn't really read the cues of, how does this guy make me feel? How am I showing up? What are some of his body language or his cues that he's sending with the way that I'm showing up? And she had to learn to take a step back, which was really, really hard for her because she's an ambitious woman and she's a go-getter. And taking a step back, felt like she was being lazy, unproductive, or negligent about her own progress in an area that she's still trying to make improvements in. And she had to learn that when it comes to romance involves emotions, and her lack of emotional involvement in her own romantic life was the big missing key for her failed attempts at love. And so going back and slowing down meant that she had to tune in to how she's feeling, not going off on a checklist, not treating a date like an interview, not having this unspoken level of detachment when she's trying to build a connection. And that really was insightful for Amy because she had no idea that's how she was showing up. She needed to build awareness. It was a little bit of a hard learning curve to switch into a little bit more of a passive approach to dating men, to lead a little bit more with her emotions and her feelings and her interests and her hobbies outside of work, to have a little bit more of a relaxed approach to going out and making a love connection with a potential partner in life. But being the go-getter that she is, she made it work. She made it happen. She just needed a path to follow, some tools to work with, and some direction to guide her through a new way of doing things. And so she successfully was able to get out of that pattern of failed attempts at love, pattern of being rejected, ghosted, having her hopes build up just for it to never go forward. And I'm happy to say that she successfully found the right match for her, and they have a lot of mutual interests, and it is an emotionally deep relationship, and that's where that bond was created. That's where that important piece was developed for them to be able to get past 1 or 2 dates and actually thrive in a relationship. And she's really happy right now. She is winning in love and in life now. And if you can relate to any part of this video, if you're a go-getter, if you've also been questioning why you're winning in so many areas but not in love, maybe you have room to lead with a little bit more heart, a little bit more emotion, a little bit more vulnerability, and try to lead with building a connection, not checking off a list or quote unquote getting it right. And if you'd like to share your story, I'd love to hear your story in the comments section, and I hope to see you in the next video. May peace be with you.